It's been a couple weeks now since my Renee Good video, and fortunately, many people get it. This was meant to go down on the world stage. It wasn't organic. As always, the 33 is mentioned. As you see here, J.D. Vance, he talks about the ICE agent, Jonathan Ross, and his 33 stitches. They always code their news stories, obviously. Now, taking a look here, again, at the latest headline news story. When it comes to Alex Pretti, the name itself, you have the two E's. Obviously, if you have them both capitalized, you flip them around, you're going to get your 33. And obviously, this individual is part of the Small Hat Club. You have Renee Good, as in pretty good, with these two side by side. And that gets this individual the same vicinity where this all took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota with George Floyd. Find it very interesting. Renee Good's family supposedly hiring the same lawyers as George Floyd's family. Just take a look at this overhead map. Just 2 miles apart between Pretty Good, George. Unbelievable. Minneapolis, Minnesota is definitely PSYOP Central. And as I mentioned in my Renee Good video, 33rd Street runs through PSYOP Central with Minneapolis, Minnesota. Let's get right to it. Once again with Alex Pretti and this footage. Really unbelievable how people cannot see through what's taking place. First off, look at all the different camera angles for this World Stage Media event. You have 5 total videos, different angles. Unbelievable. Once again, how people cannot see through this. Let's get right to some of the footage. And so many different angles. Once again, it's like a movie on the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota. One thing I want to spotlight that is shown here, right here. This is an angle that I'll get into later. When it comes to signs and symbols, it's very relevant. But let's continue on with the video itself. And again, it's all about Alex Pretti. Now let's take a look at this footage from 11 days prior. This was just recently released by the media. It's basically a one-man operation. And here he is. Right here, he's yelling at the ICE agents. And the streets cordoned off for this production. Let's continue on here as he goes off. And again, all the media is here to see this one-man wrecking crew, supposedly, on the streets. And there's more media here than there are protesters. Isn't that amazing? Look at here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have a guy back here with the camera. And you're going to see later on this guy's with the media. And let's continue on here. As you're going to see him, with this altercation with this so-called ICE agent. And take a look what happens here from this one particular angle as he kicks the car. And here's what I really want to get into, where this media personality states how they're tipped off, how there are ICE agents at this intersection. And let's get right to it. And definitely meant to go down once again on the world stage.
Our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m.
The number 15 is always relevant when it comes to these news stories. I mentioned before, 33 and 15, and you have to watch my previous videos. I'm not going to get into here when it comes to those two numbers. Let's continue on here, where we see here, and you see that tail light come off relatively easy, and I'm sure it was loosened up so he could just pop off like that. But see, you see the ICE agents grab Alex Pretti. So what is this all about? They take him down, and what you're going to see here, after they take him down to the ground, then they go back to their SUV. So what's the whole entire point? If he damaged their property, why isn't he arrested? They just, that's it. They just let him go, and they go back to their SUV on their way. And here you see Alex Pretti. And I should mention, this is obviously, for those that are in the know, 11 days prior to the actual so-called event that took place more recently. And there you see him right here. And again, the ICE agents take off. So what's the deal with that? this individual damages their vehicle, and they just come out of their vehicles, they bring them to the ground, and they leave. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, he should have been, if this is all up and up, he should have been in custody for what he's done to the vehicle. Now let's continue on here with this other vantage point from across the street. Again, all the different camera angles, and you only have basically one so-called protester with this event. It's absolutely ridiculous. And again, you have all the media here with stills, and actually, you see that media guy that was talking earlier about getting a tip about ICE agents blocking the road here. And besides the media, the photographers, there's someone filming all this going down. Obviously, video footage from this angle and someone filming from this angle as well of this all going down. Only one protester? Give me a break. I have to really emphasize this. One guy and all the media around. And there's another angle there. And here you see this goon here taking a photo of this very staged event. And this is what I really want to spotlight. If truthers are not giving you the full details, the whole agenda, and I've mentioned it before, but it's all about the New World Order. And here's this angle that I showed earlier, a little bit of a close-up. And what do you see here? Obviously, all the X's, specifically 3 in a row. And for those that know anything about symbolism, I pointed this out before, when it comes to Pythagorean numerology, the 6 is an X. Obviously, Fox, as you see, is in Fox News, but specifically, it's an X in this case here. So you have your 666 3 times. And they definitely want to capture this angle, and obviously the bricks in the background. And for those that don't know, don't understand about symbolism, that are new to my channel, it goes back in time with the 666 in plain sight. With all these different companies, they're all part of the world stage. These big companies, as you see here, this root beer company once again. Take a look here as well. This is one of many billboards by this vitamin water company with the 666. And obviously, with the movies as well, there's many instances where the 666 is mentioned. And of course, all the sellout celebrities pushing the agenda as well. See here, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, Madonna. Obviously, the 666, when you flip this over, you flip it around. Take a look here, Corey Feldman. All these individuals are sellouts, pushing the agenda, even these so-called truthers, such as Alex Jones. And obviously, Alex Jones, the numerology is 33, InfoWars is 33. But the important aspect to mention is all these events that we see on the world stage, they're leading us somewhere. They're not doing this for no reason whatsoever. There's an overall agenda, and that's the 666 agenda. And if you come across a so-called truther channel and they're not bringing this to your attention, they're absolutely useless. Just pointing out these events without specifying the overall agenda, it doesn't do you any good. This is not the never-ending story. It seems like it at times, but definitely all these events are leading us somewhere. Definitely more to come. Stay tuned.